hands-on in 2018. We received a sewer one in 2016. And so this is for us to approve something in 2019 or 2020. So it's just to say that you have selected an engineering firm. There's no cost right now associated with it. The maximum you can apply for is $275,000. There is a match to do that, so I think you end up coming out with $330,000. But imagine, for $50,000, you're getting $275 in water and or sewer. And those funds are available in the water fund and or the sewer fund, not from the general fund.
So tonight it's basically just to take action on the selection of an engineering firm.
Yes, ma'am. And we did put in your packages the rating sheets, but also a little information for each one of the firms that did submit an application.
Council, any questions? If not, any citizens' comments pertaining to this? If not, I will open.
Have we ever used that?
No, ma'am, we have not used GRC, but by their recommendations, and I'll let the councilman speak to it, they have a huge background in this type of work that we're doing. M&S has quite a few projects for us going on right now. Intrepid has quite a few projects for us going on right now. And so, but the engineering thing, I was impressed, but I'll let your councilwoman say why she was impressed. She scored them a perfect 100. Their average is 95.3.
I saw. I mean,
we do come with extensive history and background with their company. We also don't have to subcontract any other employees that they need. They have their environmental specialists on staff as well. And they've had extensive experience with state and federal programs as well for the funding aspect of it. And most of their projects have been with water and waste management treatment.
where are they from Austin?
They're based in Austin, Texas, yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm gonna make a motion to approve them. I saw the scores and they were,
Okay, I have a motion on the floor to accept the engineering firm, TRC. Do I have a second?
I second.
Seconded by Mrs. Martinez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. 4-0. Thank you. Thank you. Moving on to item G, consideration and action to discuss and take action on authorizing the submission of an application for the 2019-2020 Texas Community Development Block Grant.
Yes, ma'am, it is a mouthful, TC, to apply. So we're ready to put in the application. Now that you've hired an engineer, we have to meet and talk about where we would like to do so. This application is for the maximum. We always apply for the maximum, $275,000. He does have a $55,000 match. So what we're doing, now that you've selected an engineer, we're saying, can we apply? And so this is what it's asking to do. The amounts are filled in because we always apply for the maximum. They recommend that you do so, and this is to say that we need to apply. It is a water or a sewer project, and so exactly what that is and what the need is, they'll let us know. And believe you me, water or sewer, we have a project for them.
Is that with a matching, with a match of $55,000?
Yes, ma'am, the match of $55,000.
Have we budgeted for that?
It won't come in this fiscal year because this application is for 2019-2020, but we will put it under capital improvements, and because it's going to be coming out of either the water fund or sewer fund, depending on what's funded, that we'll be able to do that.
Question,
Yes.
how does the water sewer funds look like?
I'm sorry.
How do the funds look like?
Again, Councilman, you have me at disadvantage. I am not the comptroller and going to go on record for any of the funding fees, but it is not in a deficit. The water fund has a surplus, and so does the sewer. At the last meeting of the month, your comptroller will be here, and please, we'll make sure she has those questions, but I don't want to go on record in misquote.
I think we should, I make a motion, I move to make, to go ahead and submit the application.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. Do I have any citizens' comments pertaining to this? Okay. If not, do I have a second?
Mayor, just for the record, can you read into record the resolution itself and that caption is really gonna be important because I don't want to any technicality that I didn't read in the resolution number and.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor by Mrs. Cantu, including a resolution number 2019-004, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Floresville, Texas, authorizing the submission of a Texas Community Development Block Grant Program application to the Texas Department of Agriculture Office of Rural Affairs for the Community Development Fund, and authorizing the mayor or city manager to act as the city's executive officer and authorize representative in all matters pertaining to the city's participation in the Texas Community Development Block Grant Program. Thank you. So I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Jimenez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you so much. Excuse me. Moving on to item H, consideration and action to discuss and take action to adopt the civil rights policies and procedures for the 2018 Texas CDBG Floresville contract number 7218151, awarded in the amount of $330,000.
Yes, and thank you again. Okay, so you imagine how much work you'll have to do to vote, and imagine how much work staff has to do to get these things. Couldn't do it without Ms. Metro over here. Now, this contract means that we have won, we've been awarded. So I'm not asking you to approve it. You all have already done that previously, and here it is time to actually do. So now it's time to start signing and to do those many, many things we have to do to get this contract going. Your engineer was here last meeting, and of course, the question to me was, what are you actually doing? I know Councilman Ortiz is going to ask me that, other councilman. So if you look at the second page after my little long thing to do, that is what they're planning on doing. He presented it to you last week with the pretty pictures about what's going on 5th Street, so that's what this is going to do, okay? So there's a lot of things we have to do to be in regulation. You have to pass a civil rights resolution, A1014, and you have to pass a citizen participation, Section 3 policy, excess force policy, Section 504 policy, conflict of interest policy, limited English proficiency policy, and a fair housing policy individually. So you have to approve each one. There's a total of 8. It is a requirement. Ms. Metro, I looked at her kind of cross-eyed when she told me each one. Each one is in your 104, 102. It is a requirement. And what it says is that we're going to follow all the rules and regulations. We are, but you need to adopt one collectively and individually. So, Mayor, you may want to take a drink of water because you have to take a motion on each one.
Okay. Let me get started here. First of all, any citizens' comments pertaining to any of these items? Okay, so I will first entertain a motion on resolution 2019-005 regarding civil rights.
I'll take a, can I? No, it's too late for me to miss something.
No, go right ahead.
Why are we doing it on that street, Miss Turner? Is that the one we decided to do it on?
That's the one, we talked to Andres, who couldn't be here tonight, he had a family emergency, to actually take to help us with the shut-off valves. That's what we're trying to do, because we're doing input some new lines and some because we have to do this in piecemeal to be able to do so. And so we've had a lot of problems along that, and Pato's still here? This is the one they selected to do. He can explain more about the shut-off valves. I learned the number 8, ocho in Spanish, because that's what we did when we did the USDA. We had 8 shut-off valves, and so you can speak to what they put in here.
Okay, this is on 5th Street, starting at the tennis court, right?
Right.
And you're gonna go up to the hospital and make a turn and then go up? Is
Yes,
that what it says?
yes. And the valves that they have now, they don't work. I mean, we can turn it as much as we can, but our manpower will break the valves itself, so that's why we won't mess with the valves. Because as right now as it is, they don't work.
How about the other, and how about,
Those other valves do work, but there's no sense of cutting other people off to fix these. Might as well fix this street and have those valves working on this street, instead of shutting off other people, and then we have complaints from the citizens of Floresville why our water shut off. Well, because we have to cut off Fifth Street. So that's what we have. These valves do work. The ones that they installed, they do work. But there's no sense of us cutting off, like I'm saying, like East Street, 4th Street, 6th Street. There's no sense of us cutting them off. Unless when we get valves for Fifth, we can shut off that and work on it itself.
So it helps us to allow it to cut off into sections. So just this block area is effective when we have a disconnect or whatever we have to do, a disruption. But the way it is now, because we can't shut off in that area and isolate it, we have to shut off back here in front of Phelps. We shut off everything going, I'm shutting off more people than necessary, 3 times as much. And so this is what Andrea said we've been having trouble with, a lot of line breaks. So they're replacing some of the line itself, adding some shut-off valves that we can be able to do. And I'm thinking that the next one will be water, more likely. The next CDBG with water, and then we'll come and actually replace some more lines. So it's kind of like $300,000 at a pop. But this is what water has recommended.
And this right here alone is gonna be 330,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's all cast iron pipe.
It's all cast iron pipe.
Okay, that was my question, because I was just wondering why was that street chosen?
Yes, ma'am. We actually worked very closely with the people, the man in the hole, which is usually part of where they want to go. They have more ideas. Oh, yes, Ms. Turner, we want to go up this way. And so when we're ready for the next round, they have a map and they highlight, we'd like to have this section. I'm only fixing the worst areas first.
Andres, like I said, he went on a family emergency, but he has in his notes how many times that this line has been fixed a lot, and how many actually clamps that we put on there. So
That's what I wanted to know, that's which ones you were having more problems. That justifies my, you know. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we have on the floor, and we have to approve each one individually, Mrs. Turner, you said?
Each one individually.
Okay.
You still have to approve the first one, the civil rights resolution, that we approved that on this item. So you have to do the resolution with the civil rights first, and then you have 7 more to do following that, a total of 8.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to approve CNA to take action, discuss and take action to adopt the civil rights policy and procedures for the 2018 Texas CBDG Floresville contract 7218151 awarded in the amount of $330,000.
Okay. I have a motion on the floor to approve the resolution. Do I have a second?
I second.
Seconded by Mrs. Martinez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. 4-0, thank you. And then correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't mean to be sound so confused.
ma'am.
Then I go on to the City of Floresville Citizen Participation. Okay, all right. I got it now.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So next, coming up, the City of Floresville Citizen Participation Plan Texas Community Development Block Grant Program. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Is that, for the signatures? No?
It's the next page over. It says Citizen Participation Plan, Texas Community Development Block Grant Program. Complaint and procedures.
Was that on the same page?
It's not one, you have to do them each
It's all-
individually.
It's not a separate
Would it
item.
be under I?
Yes, it's under the same, no ma'am, it's under the same one. If you turn 2 pages, you'll see.
I have the,
It's under H, Ms. Kim,
Everything's under
oh,
H.
everything's under A.
We're
Yes,
going
ma'am.
page by page.
Oh, okay, page by page. Okay, I move to, go ahead and,
Okay, I have a motion to approve the Citizen Participation Plan. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by
Okay, I
Ms.
see
Jimenez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Now, is the next one just a Spanish version of it? So you have-
Yes.
yes.
The third one is just a Spanish version of what we approved?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So now we're in,
This is new to us on this.
so that's next one will be section 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so is that blanketed under what we just did, or we have to do a separate one?
Section 3.
Section 3. So the next one you have to do is
Section 3.
Section 3 policy.
Okay.
for the A1002.
Okay. All right, sounds good. We're gonna get through this. Yes, ma'am, try as best I can. Okay, so we have, section 3 is policy. It's listed on in your sheets as A1002. Are there any questions pertaining to this? And if not, I'll entertain a motion. You said there were 7 altogether.
Total of
Job
8.
training,
Total.
employment, and is that what it say, and contracting opportunities?
It says, in accordance with 12 USC 1707, you can see whether it needs to implement the following steps. That section 3 policy A1002.
It should have been right behind what we just did.
Yeah, I'm on that page.
Okay, so that's what needs to be approved next.
I go ahead and make a motion to go ahead and approve section 3 policy.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. Citizens' comments? And if not, do I have a second? Second. Second by Mrs. Cantu.
I'm busy reading.
All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, thank you. Now, moving on to the next, A1003, excessive force policy, in accordance with 24 CFR 91.325.
And that's section 504?
No. That's before that.
No, it's the
Excessive
one
force
before
policy
that.
A1003.
Number 3.
Oh, okay, let's skip the page.
Okay, any questions? Citizens' comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept the excessive force policy.
I move to accept it.
I have a motion on the floor by Mrs. Cantu. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ms. Jimenez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay. Moving on to A1004, section 504, policy against discrimination based on handicap or grievance procedures.
I move to approve.
Okay. I have a motion on the floor. Any citizens' comments? If not, do I have a second?
A second.
Seconded by Mrs. Martinez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. All right. Moving on to conflict of interest policy, code of conduct. Second to the last. No, third to the last. Second to the last. Okay. Any questions on the conflict of interest policy?
I make a motion to go ahead and approve conflict of interest policy.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. Any citizens' comments? If not, I'll entertain, I have a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ms. Jimenez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. Limited English Proficiency Sample Plan. No, is that? That doesn't need to be right. Oh, yes, signature of city manager. Okay, that one does not need approving, does it?
It needs to be adopted by the council.
Okay, all right, so next we have the Limited English Proficiency Sample Plan. I'll entertain a motion to accept by the council.
I have a question. Just out of my own curiosity, it says the population is at 26.7%.
Yes, that would be based on your last census,
Okay.
because that's what the data comes from. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, based on your census. It may have changed, but it would be based on your last census for 2000.
So it's not like last year.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, do I have a motion? I have a motion on the floor to accept it, A1010. Do I have a second?
I second.
Seconded by Mrs. Martinez. I think I asked citizens' comments. None. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you. And on to item A1015, fair housing policy.
I move to approve.
Okay, I I have a motion on the floor to approve. Any citizens' comments? If not, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Ms. Jimenez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Okay, thank you.
No, thank you, Council, I really appreciate it. Does get easier from here, I promise. Okay.
Moving on to I.
I is, so you have to give authority, hopefully to myself, to sign all these many documents that are here tonight. Some the mayor have to sign, some I have to sign. Please, Mayor, do understand this does not preclude you that we will need your signature from time to time, but there's a lot of day-to-day kind of things that the city manager would need to sign. And so what we're asking you to do is to approve the signers to be the mayor, the city manager, city secretary, and city comptroller to sign different documents. So it's not just me, but you have to authorize that those are the people, the position that you want to sign the many documents that will be coming.
All of y'all?
Different documents, depending on whatever the documents are. Of course, on the financial, so there's a document that has to talk about our financial status. The city comptroller signs those. Some I sign those, some the mayor signs it. The mayor can attest that the many times they have called church, I have her signature signed. Usually the city secretary has to attest to the mayor's signature. We also sometimes even have to have them notarized. It depends on whatever documents they send us.
And it would be who?
It would be the mayor, city manager, city secretary, and comptroller. Your current mayor, your current city manager, your current city secretary, and your comptroller. They normally just put the positions and not the names because sometimes those people do change. And this is scheduled for 2018 time, but they just put the position. So you have to say that, yes, these are the people that you want to sign and represent you.
Any questions by council? Any citizens' comments? Okay. If not, I will entertain resolution number 2019-006, authorizing signatories, a resolution by the City Council of the City of Floresville, Texas, designating authorized signatories for contractual documents and documents for requesting funds pertaining to the Texas Community Development Block Grant Program, contract number 7218151. Entertain a motion?
Make a motion.
I have a motion on the floor by Ms. Jimenez. Do I have a second?
I second.
Seconded by Mrs. Martinez. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. Thank you.
Thank you.
All righty. Okay. Item J, consideration and action to approve the purchase of a Gorman Rupp T6 trailer-mounted pump for the water department for the fiscal year 2018-19 budget. And amount of $35,000.
Actually, it's the total, I didn't have that in front of me when I did the agenda, but it's $35,859.40 is what the total value is. Please note that this is something that came to you all when we did our budget workshop. You all approved to buy this pump as well as some light bars, but as it said in my memo, this exceeds my dollar amount, so I can't sign to approve to purchase this. Even though you all have approved in the budget to expend this fund that exceed my amount, we need to have council approval. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
This, we had our seminar last week about buy board and bidding things, and so this falls under the amount of $50,000, so we wouldn't necessarily have to bid it, but we did go to the buy board, and their number is here, which means it is approved by the state that this is, so I didn't have to go get 4 or 5 different proposals for this pump. The water department had been nice enough, and I used them more than what I thought tonight, to say that this is the pump that they want, and I'll let them speak to the pump.
Good evening, Madam Mayor, councilors. We come before you tonight as representatives of the City of Floresville Water Department. We come to reaffirm the need to purchase this 6-inch centrifugal pump. The reason that we need this pump is because, like they stated earlier, the valves, we have issues with our valves. A lot of these valves are older than even I am. A lot of times they don't work, and so when your valves don't work, well, there's no way to stop all that excess water. That's a problem. Not only do you have an excess loss of water, but then you have to spend 10 hours, sometimes more, just trying to fix leaks. This could solve the problem unless you want to go after the valves. The valves will cost about $8,000 to $10,000 each to fix. This, I believe, could really help us out. We need the adequate equipment in order to handle these issues.
Is it a new one?
I'm sorry?
Is it new?
Yes, ma'am.
And I know we discussed this in depth during the budget process.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so we had talked about it.
Yes, this was discussed on August 14th, 2018.
And back then, we we're gonna get a used one, this was gonna be a brand new one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Council members, do y'all have any questions? Okay.
I have a question. You mentioned that then you were talking about a used pump. What made you decide to get a new one instead?
The reason is, this company where we're gonna get this new one, he was gonna sell his old one, that he had now. So he sold all those already. So now he has new equipment, so that's why we have to go after the new equipment, because he has nothing old no more. But I'd rather get a new one than an old one, didn't have problems with that one.
Because you're going to spend a lot of money on it regardless, so if we're going to spend this much money, it might as well be a brand new pump.
And a warranty is it? Warranty? And warranty.
I'm gonna move to approve the purchase of this pump for the gourmet TL trailer, yeah, the pump.
Okay, I have a motion on the floor. Do I have any citizens' comments pertaining to this? Okay, if not, do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. And thank you, gentlemen, for all your hard work and for being here, being patient with us through this meeting. And when would it come in?
2 to 3 weeks. We have one for one that's in stock.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful.
Thanks again.
Happy Valentine's. Moving on to item K, consideration and action to approve the installation of official National Historic Trail signs on El Camino Real de los Tejas National Historic Trail.
Say that 3 times, please. Okay, this time it's a lot easier. So the city of Floresville is actually already a national trail community. We already have some of these wonderful signs. And so it's a grant to do the signs. This time they want to place the signs outside saying, here's the trail, here's the trail. You've seen those brown signs? And so they want to do that. The agreement is, because you know there's always a catch, nothing's really free and right, is that they want us to agree and say we'll accept the signs. It's total $5,000. Some of them in our right of way, some of them in the county right of way, and some of them in Texas right of way. And so the county has met on it once. They're going to be approving it hopefully at their next meeting on Monday. But they're saying that they're willing to do so. But they're asking with this letter saying that you'll take the signs and commit to actually doing the labor and applying for the poles. You have to purchase the poles and put them up. So they give you the signs, but you have to put them up. That's what it is.
Is that a nominal fee?
Whatever it is. So it's a simple, for us, in our right of way, it's poles that some we have, some we don't. Those poles run about $60, $70 a piece. The ones that can be a little tricky are the ones in the right of way for textile. They have to have breakaway poles and all this and that stuff. I'm meeting with the new representative for textile to see if they have any of those. But the county has to do that. Don't we need to remind you, I can't spend money outside of the city of Floresville. And so in Texas right away, textile right of ways are not in the city. So the county has agreed to take on that cost. They weren't happy, but they did agree to take on that cost. And so they're going to make it official next week. I have included all signs in the plan and everything that they gave me. It's a lot. So I do want to say this. They only receive, and I know you all have seen that gentleman who's come through before and talking about the trail. So next year, if we don't take it, they're going to give it to some other community. They only get $10,000 a year. Next year, they're giving all $10,000 to San Antonio. And so I don't want us to miss this opportunity to do the hike and bike. It really is going to help us, because remember earlier I plugged my application for April 2nd for us to do some things on the hike and bike. And the city of Floresville in the great state of Texas has the largest hike and bike national trail. We have 2.9 miles. And we were a model city before San Antonio. 2 days, but it was before San Antonio. So we're just asking if you agree. Our guys will put up the signs. We have some poles, when we have to buy some poles, it's not a huge cost. But what they're asking for is to say, committed that you want to do this program. No money today, just that you want to do it. Otherwise, they're gonna get it money to somebody else.
Well, how many signs are there?
A total of 22. They're in the city's right of way, county's right of way, and TxDOT's right of
Oh,
way.
you mean all together?
Altogether,
And the city?
6.
Six?
6, only have 6.
Okay. I'm gonna move to approve this installation of our official national historical